Again, we just do that one. My first poem is called War Drums. Play our war drums. Allow the beats of this body, these bones to cover bruises held like second skin from wars that lay out blueprints imprinted in between our hips. Brown skin hold black and blues like lost identities, and society says, I wanted them. Stigmas are injected into flesh, leaving us paralyzed and sensitive, slowly tracing our roots on a rotting family tree. So while we lick our wounds, we find security in words that are crumpled in fists, under feet, and on the backs of hands. Who plans to hide from the big bad wolf? And sheep's clothing holds signs of a militia that wages war and missionary on the bodies of Congolese women. And when they have finished taking turns, her husband turns away ashamed because a woman of decency wouldn't have allowed this to happen. Our bodies no longer birth babies, but taboos. So take a good look. Because this is what it looks like when a woman asked for it. Her soul being ripped from tendons left heavy and hanging from a virus that rivered her wrists like lead. Savagely discarding the mothers, daughters, and sisters, leaving us bitches, whores, and paramours. Isolated and marginalized, women hide. You see, but you can't sweep a generation of women under your rug. The bodies are beginning to smell her beauty, left dribbling off of swollen lips, her intelligence, left on blank white pieces of paper with red ink labeled positive. We are tested. Placed in boxes labeled double standard and told to act like ladies. So for your sake, I hope I remind you of your mother. And your daughter watches as her skin begins to bruise, because see, we are your greatest resource. I may have been made from your rib, but we are the backbones of this foundation, slowly tracing your vertebrae like crumbling bricks. So be careful. You wouldn't want all of this to crumble down around you, would you? Thank you. This next piece is called Beauty and Blood. Her thighs held fingerprints of a soulless man. And she's willing to give up hers if it'll have him stay just a little bit longer. Poison sit on top of pregnant eyes like the regret on top of a mother's heart. She's way past numb. And some say she's given up her 9 lives just to fix the one before, and whores hung from her family tree like niggas, and scars laced her back like a map of where to run. Now, I admit, I was a victim of hysterical blindness. Minus his eyes was different under the sterile light. I couldn't